Hey, Avante, the ball that you knocked down there, what was your? Is that a play you think you should pick off? And can you just kind of run us through it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I tried to undercut it, and when I undercut it, he had came like right through my right arm, the one that was gripping it, and then just knocked out. But definitely not an excuse. I need to grab those. I gotta just as soon as it hit my hand, I gotta grab it and bring it down. So he won't have a chance, the opportunity to do that.
All right, we'll go Ed and then Martin Frank.
Hey, Avante. Just kind of assess your play overall. Really kind of your first start, I guess, at the corner in the league. Just how do you think you did overall?
I think I played pretty okay, a good game, okay, good game. I mean, I definitely have spots where I can improve in, and watching the film, I definitely noticed them, and it's always a chance to get better when I step up on the practice field. But for the first time starting as an NFL corner, I think I did pretty well.
All right, we'll go Martin and then back to Mike K.
Hey, Avante. I was wondering if you noticed what it was like, with Darius Slay on the other side, like how that helped you. Maybe did it make your job easier at all? I mean, just kind of your thoughts on all that.
I mean, it never makes your job easier. NFL is not an easy job. But him being on the other side, I feel like it makes the game. It feel like it's a competition. Like I look at it like I know he ain't letting nobody catch the ball on him, so I know I can't let nobody catch the ball on me. And it's kind of like a friendly competition between me and him, and it makes you play harder. You want to be at the high level as you're saying. I want to be at the high level that he's playing at. So definitely fun to be out there with him and compete on each side with him.
Thanks. So Mike and then Rob Motti.
Hey, Avante, what was it like in a game situation with Marquand Manuel this weekend? What did you notice about him in game? Any adjustments he tried to make? As far like how was he vocally, and did he really was he able to teach in the moment?
Yeah, he was always calm. He was a calm guy. He didn't get too high. He didn't never get too low. He was just always there, able to speak to us at any moment, anytime. Even with like the things that was going on defense, if we make a mistake, he was just like, "We good. Like we gonna sit down at the bench and we gonna look over it, fix it, and then we on to the next play." And that's how he is. He said we got to be able to reset each series, each play, and keep moving on.
Let's go Rob and then John McMullen.
Avante, the Rams have some pretty talented receivers, Woods, Cup, Van Jefferson. What have you seen out of those guys, and what do you guys have to do to try and keep them neutralized?
Oh yeah, they definitely have a good receiver core, a very unique offense with a good quarterback, and they always got movement going on. But the game plan, we just gotta make sure we keep them out of the end zone. And that's our main goal. So get the ball back to our offense as much as we can. So we need to create turnovers, and that's about it.
Go John and then Bo.
Hey, Avante, you just kind of mentioned how unique they are, the Rams, and how much motion they use. What kind of difficulties does that make for an outside corner? What do you have to do when you have all that eyewash?
I mean, you said it there, eyewash. You got to have good eyes. A lot of motion and a lot of movement. It tends to get a lot of people's eyes just moving around. But, that's one thing I've been trying to work on just period in my own game is good eyes. And, me and Coach M, we always talking about that. Like, you got to have good eyes. You got to have good eyes. Eyes low, eyes there. Just keep your eyes on your man. So I've been working on that even since I started in camp. So I feel like I'll be pretty well with that.
We have time for a few more, so let's go Bo, Dave, and then Zach.
Avante, what did you make of Dallas's big game, and how was he acting after the game? Was he bragging about it at all?
No, he wasn't bragging about it. I was probably bragging about it to him more than anybody else. But yeah, I mean, we unfortunately we didn't come out with the win as a team, and that wasn't something we can just brag about. But he played a great game, and I definitely congratulated him about it, and I brought it to his attention with his big 100 yards with a touchdown. So, he definitely played a good game, and I was proud of him.
Go ahead, Dave.
Avonte, when you're going into a game where you guys kind of know Slay is going to travel with their top receiver, does that give you extra time to study the other receiver and get a little more prepared?
Yeah, I guess. Whoever's out there, I'm kind of studying all of them, because you never know who you will be up against. Maybe Slay can't make it to wherever he got to make it to, and then I got to be there. So it's whoever's in front of me. I kind of got a good understanding on who I'm going up against because I pay attention to everyone that's out there on the field that can potentially come up and I can be checking. And then if I have to, I actually any tips on guys that he has played against in the past because he has played against these receivers before. So he definitely still have tips on them guys, and we just help each other out each and every day.
Last question here with Zach.
Hey, Avonte, I know you did not directly overlap with Aaron Donald at Pitt, but he always came back during the summer. Is there an Aaron Donald story that kind of sticks to your mind from your time at Pitt?
I just know from being at my time at Pitt, I never really hung out with him as much, but when I come back and he be there, I just know he's just extremely, extremely hard worker. I don't think I ever seen anyone work as hard as him. He be trying to get every day he's working out 24/7, literally. And I'm like, man, do you ever take a break? He's like, no, I'm true. I got to be great. So he's just always working out. Good guy, definitely a good guy, and as you can tell, one of the best D tackles in the league, and it's fun to watch him play. Coming from Pitt, because I used to watch him before I got there, and I used to see him tackle the quarterback and the running back at the same time. And I used to be like, how the heck he do that? But no, he's definitely a good player, and it'd be a fun matchup this week.
Hey, Malik, I just wondered how it felt to be out there in terms of your conditioning. First time you've played in almost 2 years, and it seemed like you got to a hot start. And how was it feeling? It seemed like the whole entire defense was a little gassed by the end there.
No, personally, it felt great to be back out there. It's one of those things. When it got to the fourth quarter, I stopped and I was like, dang, I'm not even worried about stats or tackles or sacks. I'm just out here just having a good time, just like a kid again. So it felt really good, and I didn't think about the foot at all, so I was just very happy. Definitely got gassed towards the end. I think that not having a preseason really took a toll. It's like running. There's no substitute for running, just like there's no substitute to getting in shape for football, like playing football. So I think, guys are really a little tired at the end, but, this is something we just got to keep working on.
Les, and then Mike K.
Hey, Malik. You guys did a lot of good things Sunday, obviously, but in terms of really forcing Dwayne Haskins into turnovers or getting, the kind of sack thing going that the other team had, it kind of wasn't quite there. How did you feel about the pass rush pressure? How does it need to be different, I guess, this week against Goff?
I think it's I think it needs to go up, but personally I feel like we as a D-line were rushing well. I think he was getting rid of that ball in less than a second and a half, so that had to do with a lot of the lack of sacks. But I know we were some rushing machines out there. I know I had a few hits on them, and Sweat got there, and I wish we would have picked up that fumble. That would have been a huge play. But I think we're rushing well. We just have to be able to get these quarterbacks that hold the ball. It's just about being consistent, methodical, and when you get that chance when he holds the ball, you got to get there, like Sweat did. So, it sucks we didn't get 8 sacks like the other team did. But at the end of the day, I still think we were playing better defense. I think that we played stout defense, and we just, like I said, just got to get a quarterback that holds our rock a second longer, and that 8 will be on our side too.
And what's your read on Sweat, by the way, while I'm still got you here? What do you think of him as you haven't played with him very much, but how do you see him?
See him as a young kid that just wants to thrive. He comes in here, he works hard every day. You see the speed on him. You see the cerebralness of him that he has, and you see the want-to. I think it's just something when you have guys like BG and Derek Barnett in front of you, people you can learn. You sit back and you learn from them. And I think it's one of those things that when you have a chance to play you go out there and you play hard, you play fast, and I think that's what he's done. He's taken the bull by the horns with guys being down, and he's taking his opportunity. And all camp, he's been doing the same thing consistently, getting after the quarterback, playing the run well. So I'm very comfortable playing next to Sweat, and I want nothing from the best from him, for him, and we just help each other go get these sacks.
Thank you.
Mike and then Bob Groats.
Hey, Malik. I know how much respect you have for Aaron Donald. Can you talk about what he does so well, and what do you kind of try to, like, when you watch him, what do you try to, take from his game?
So yeah, after the Sunday game, when we were able to go home, and I was able to, was that Sunday night or Monday? Whatever. I was able to watch their game, and he does a lot of things well. He's strong with his hands. He gets people turned. I personally think the best part of his game is before he even plays people. They're so shook, and before they even play him, they're like, oh my God, I have to stop this, I have to stop that. So then they just start thinking about a bunch of things, and he just does what he's best at. So I think he is the guy. Besides Fletch in the interior, I think he is the guy, and I can't wait to sit there and watch him. But to answer your question, he does everything well, and that's why I'm sitting here, this week of practice, trying to give our guards some help as far as pass rush goes, because I fancy myself a good pass rusher. So if I go out there and do some things that I've seen that he does, try to imitate it as best I can, then maybe it'll help them. So I firmly believe that they won't see a better 3-tech than me. So it's up to me to go out there and show them during the week and during camp. And after this game, we'll see how good of a job we did as scout team.
Bob and then Zach.
Hey, Malik, you were playing out at right end once the injuries began to mount, and it looked like you were getting comfortable out there. How did you feel? And would you lobby to stay out there for some snaps and be part of that?
To answer your latter question, no. No, not at all. I do it. Guys went down. I'm big body out there. I get down and dirty. 3 technique is just like the 5 in here, so you just stay on your tracks. So I can do it, but I'd rather stay in the 3 technique. I feel like I got a better chance of making the big bucks in there, so I want to stay in there.
I withdraw the question.
Zach and then Rob Motti.
Hey, Malik, when we spoke to you last, you said you have some ground to make up to make people remember who you were. Do you think you did that in week 1?
I think so, but without being rude to the guy we just played, I think I was supposed to do that. He was a second-year guy. I believe this was his first season starting, onto the beginning of the season. So I personally believe I was supposed to do that. So when we come up here this week, I hope that I have earned some respect from this guard coming up. But at the same time, for the guard after this game to respect me, I have to do the same thing I did last week to this guy. So you're only as good as your last game, and I'm going to have a clean slate coming up, so I want to be consistent. That's my main thing. I started well, and now it's about being consistent and going out here just on a reign of terror.
We have time for a couple more, so let's go Rob and then Chris Franklin.
Hey, Malik, I see your hat. I want to ask you about the week 1 social justice initiatives the NFL did. There's some thought out there among some people that it's just for PR sake. Do you feel it's genuine, it's sincere? How do you feel about what they did? Could they do more?
I respect what the NFL is doing, first of all. I appreciate it. It was cool to hear the the African American anthem. Now, frankly, I don't know if they're playing it once. I don't know if you like a song if you only play it once, but hopefully we can get that song played all games. That would be nice. Personally, I feel like it's nice what they're doing, like I said, but until every individual owner starts doing something and not hide behind the shield, I personally feel like it's not going to mean anything. So, and I know Mr. Lurie's doing a good job of working with us to get in this community and help us. So if we can get the other owners to be like Mr. Lurie, then I think it'll be a stronger message than just saying, holding hands around the NFL logo while somebody sings a song to me just doesn't do anything. So, like I said, I respect the NFL and thank you for the message and stuff, but I personally feel like it's not really doing anything. So, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Last one here with Chris.
Emily, similar to what was just asked, what do you think about your team's reaction? Do you feel like you guys went far enough? Do you guys feel like you guys did what was appropriate? What was your personal reaction of you guys staying inside, or do you guys want to see yourselves do more?
As far as with the anthem?
Yes, sir.
Well, we have a coalition of guys that we got together for situations like this, and we talked about some things we wanted to do, and unfortunately, we couldn't get the Washington football team on board with. We wanted to do the whole soccer league, the Premier League, where they take a knee, before they kick the ball off for 20, 40 seconds, and that's what we wanted to do before the kickoff is both teams take a knee and then decline the penalty and kick the ball off. But it's hard logistically. You know, I think a lot of people just want to play football and don't want to worry about this stuff. So when you bring people in to try to get both teams to do something, it's harder because a lot more voices. But yeah, I just want to do something that's tangible, that people can see, grasp, and we not just. To me, holding arms doesn't allow people to really say what side they're on or say how they feel. And I just hope we can really just do something where people can truly say how they feel, not during the anthem, because I personally think we should stand for that, but another time. And I thought, taking the knee for the kickoff was well. But like I said, it's just a lot of moving parts, and hopefully we can kind of get something together where we're making real statements, not holding arms, in my opinion.
All right, thanks for taking the time today, Malik.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I just want to say I think it's good that the Kentucky Police Department, found Miss Breonna Taylor's death, and they paid that money. I think that's huge. I personally feel like it's we need to change the culture of citizens paying tax dollars to fund what the police are doing out here. So if we can get the police unions that are backing these guys to do stuff, have them start paying like we have to pay out of our money when we have, conduct detrimental or anything, will be a lot better example. So. Thank you to the Kentucky, judicial system for paying that family, but I don't think it's enough. Hey, thank you guys.
Hey, Nickell, we'll get this one out of the way. Obviously, you're facing your former team and the Rams this Sunday. What can you take from your time with LA going into this matchup, and how much do you share with that at all with your new teammates?
I'm excited. First off, I'm excited to play against my old team. The guys over there, it's all love. It's big love over there. But I'm just sharing all the information that I could possibly remember from being in LA. I'm telling Rod right now, like, yo, hey, if you see this could possibly happen. If you see that could possibly happen. Me and Slade just talking, getting an upbeat on how McVay uses his offense and how the guys just work around Jared to get open and things like that. And so so far so good.
Damo and then Martin.
Yeah, Nickell, you're going to be spending a lot of time with one of your ex-teammates, Cooper Kupp. It's kind of strength versus strength. I mean, he's one of the best slot receivers in the league. You're one of the better slot corners. What makes him so good? And since you both know each other so well, does it provide an advantage for either one of you, or does it kind of negate the advantage to both of you?
Cooper, I'm gonna answer the first question. Cooper is a great receiver because he know how to separate. He know how to separate from defensive backs, and his short area quickness is like second to none. And he's so smart, and him and the quarterback got such a good relationship that they kind of like they're on key with each other. It's like running the route without even having to, look back or tell him what the route is. It's just Cooper Kupp has that chemistry with quarterbacks that he can be able to run a route and the quarterback know exactly what he's doing. And so it's easier for Cooper Kupp to get open. I think that's the thing that I think a lot of people probably don't pay attention too much, but it's the chemistry that he got with Jared. And on top of that, he's strong. He know how to finish at the top of his routes, and he know how to separate. And that's what make him so unique. But our matchup though, I would say I think it's kind of equal. I think it's kind of balanced across the board. He's a really, really, really good slot receiver, and I think highly of myself in the slot as well. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. First time, it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it though.
Martin and then.
So, Nickell, you said you're pretty much telling your new teammates all your secrets. What are you telling them about Aaron Donald? And I mean, is there something they don't already know about how to stop him?
Yeah, they kind of know. You can look at the film. You kind of know already just looking at the film. But they want to know like some inside details. So I was telling Booby, just be ready. You know, just be ready because Aaron, he's coming to play. His mind is right. He you know, he's the type of guy. He's a real man. You know, he's the type of guy. He go about his business every single day, day in, day out. When he come to work and everything. So I say he's going to be ready. He's going to be ready. So you don't have to. You know, just know that. Just I already have that in the account. So I said the film speaks for itself. And Boobie already kind of know Aaron because, you know, Aaron from Pittsburgh, he's from Pennsylvania, and all those guys, they kind of know each other. And so they already know each other on a personal level. But I said like a day in, day out type of guy, like he's not taking no days off at work. He's not waiting till Friday to stretch his legs. No, he's going from Monday to Sunday. He's working. He's preparing for the game. That's how Aaron done it. That's how he go about his business.
Bo and then Ed.
And Nickell, of all the sort of moving parts of that offense, what is most difficult for you? Is it the pre-snap motion? Is it the tight splits? What makes things most difficult for you on the inside?
Yeah, it's McVay do a really good job of keeping everything alike. Tight splits. You got various motions and shifts to just to mess with you guys, to mess with our eyes. That's pretty much his window dressing. And he does that over the course of 4 quarters. After a while, everything starts to look alike, you know. And so it's you just have to stay focused on your keys and pay attention to your guy. If that's your guy, pay attention to your guy. And so if you can do that, all the motions and everything, you can kind of get through that after a while. And that's about it. He keep everything real aligned as far as first down, second down, third down, everything look alike. The only time you kind of see him get out of his framework is if it's like, you know, third and long situations, first and long, you know, situations where he has to get, you know, those yards to, you know, to convert for the first down. But regular situations, first and 10, second and 10, we kind of go see things that look alike out like over and over. The jet motions, the shifts, more jet motions, the shifts. You're gonna see all that all day long.
Ed and John.
Hey, Nickell. I won't ask you about the Rams, but I just want to ask you what was the mood of the team like after such a tough loss on Sunday? What was it like at practice today?
Oh man, the energy was there. We not panicking. We not standing on our heels. That was a learning lesson. We learned from that, and we came back here today and we went to work. You know, we didn't let what happened last week get a hold of us. You know, that's week 1. It's week 2. After that we got 14 more games to go. So our attitude, our self-esteem is still high. Our standard is still high. We're not letting that game get to us at all because we control that. We know as a team that if I play better and if we play better as a team, man, we know that game would have been way different. So this week we came with the same juice, the same energy, getting ready for the Rams and knowing that we looking for a different outcome this week.
We have time for a few more, so let's go John, Dave, and then Zach.
Hey, Nickell, just go back to that jet motion and what Sean likes to do with all the pre-snap stuff and try to get people's eyes moving. But he also marries that up with all the play action. Have Jim and Marquand come to you and said, talk to the guys and stay disciplined? Is that more important this week than even most weeks?
Yes, because this is a game where you have to be detailed and you have to be like a stickler on those things of being disciplined and not letting your eyes get distracted by the motions and the shifts. So, you know, that's the only way that we can defeat offenses like that is to pay attention to our keys, watch our guy. You know, they're going to shift 3 or 4 times. Okay, we focus on looking at the final formation. So while they doing all that shifting, we're gonna let them shift, we're gonna let them motion, we're gonna let them do all that. But after that settles, now we back paying attention to our keys. We can't get wound up with the first look that they give us, because if we do that, they're gonna shift. Then we're gonna be like, we're gonna be like panicking. So we're not gonna let the emotions and the shifts overwhelm us. We're gonna stay calm, and we're just gonna pay attention to our keys. We gotta be very disciplined on the back end with our eyes, and we gotta be very disciplined with our feet as well. We can't can't move too much. We gotta let them do their thing, and then once they start moving, we gonna start moving.
Dave and then Zach.
Hey, Nickell, I don't think we ever asked you this, but when the Rams declined your option, how surprised were you this offseason, and is there any extra motivation for you going into this game because of that?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, but I kind of like, it's a business. This is a business, and that's the way things are in this league. That's the type of things that happen in this league, and I still feel blessed. I still feel blessed enough to accept what happened. I'm grateful at the end of the day. I got memories with that team. We did some great things together. When they decided to decline my option, it definitely gave me a whole nother level of motivation to go out there and to really showcase myself again on another level. And I know at the end of the day, like I said again, it's business, but it's all love though. It's all love. They had to do what they had to do. I moved on. I did what I had to do. And now I'm an Eagle. And I'm happy to be an Eagle. And stuff like this motivates me for games that's coming up this Sunday. So I'm super excited to show what I've been doing over here in Philly.
Last one here with Zach.
As a follow-up to that, when the schedule came out, is this a game you looked for right away? And how do you look back at your time there?
Yes, that was the first game I circled on the schedule. I still got it circled right now. When I seen the schedule, I was like, yes, I got the Rams. And I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Week 2. Yeah, let's do it. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So what was the other part of the question that you asked me?
Your time there. How do you look back at your time there?
Oh, I had fun there. It was, it's L.A., loved it there. I went to college, at USC, so I reconnected with all my friends, classmates from college. Met some classmates that's working now out in the regular world. So it was cool. I felt like it was my second home from Florida, just because again, went to college, did some years, got a lot of history out there as far as from a standpoint of knowing people and from a living aspect.